Good morning, El Dorado. I'm Steve Warmbier.
And I'm Macy Wall. Last week, musical cabaret performed in the Gay Jones Theater.
Let's go check it out.
Last Thursday, the El Dorado Musical Theater class put on a musical cabaret. The class spent all semester preparing for this show. It consists of several acts, including group performances, solos, and duets.
The Musical Theater Cabaret is a semester final performance for my musical theater class, and it consists of basically a variety of songs and dances from Broadway shows. To be involved in the cabaret, you have to be in musical theater class, and you can join musical theater by auditioning at the beginning of the school year or the end of the school year. If you're not going to be a new student at El Dorado, you can audition at the end of the school year.
Very, very popular, like me. I'm not afraid of anything.
From the start of the semester, we are rehearsing pretty much every day toward the cabaret, working on either group numbers or finding individual solos. It's always neat to see how it all sort of magically just happens.
Good job on all your hard work and congratulations on your great performance. And now back to Steve-O and Macy in the studio.
Come to your senses.
Well, how about that?
How about that, Steve-O?
Unfortunately, last week presented some difficult times in the Caribbean nation of Haiti.
Let's learn a little more on this tragedy and how to be prepared for earthquakes of our own.
It was last Tuesday, January 12, 2010, that a massive 7.0 earthquake struck the underdeveloped nation of Haiti. For this region, it was the worst earthquake to hit in 200 years.
This country is significantly the poorest in the Western Hemisphere, and due to this extreme poverty, buildings and homes were refused the proper foundations.
As of Tuesday, January 19th, 72,000 deaths have been recorded, and this is only about a fourth of the estimated total.
Yesterday, January 20th, 8 days after the 7.0 earthquake, an aftershock shook Haiti again, with the strength of a 6.1 quake.
Almost immediately, 43 international rescue teams took on the task to save those under rubble and clinging to life.
And thanks to the Red Cross, over $5 million have been raised to help support Haiti.
By texting Haiti to 90999, you can automatically donate $10 to the relief effort.
Money, troops, and supplies are still being sent to Haiti.
Along with love, prayers, and hope.
We know that any donations will help.
I'm sure you've heard of him, Steve-O, but there's a senior on campus who's been creating his own legacy.
Let's pass off to Vito and the ladies for Jock Talk.
And a story of an unbeatable hawk.
Hello, Hawks. I'm Vince Vito Robertson here with Charles Chavez, 3-time state qualifier. How are you today, Charles?
Doing good.
Okay, so my first question is, how does it feel to be a 3-time state qualifier?
It feels great, you know. All your hard work and accomplishments just pay off, you know. You work hard in the room. We're in that room 6:30 every morning practicing, and then we come back 5:30, even work harder. You know, but my goal this year is not just to qualify. I've done that 3 times. My goal is to place that state and or win it.
So what goes through your mind when you wrestle?
Well, I've been wrestling since I was 4.5, 5, so I've been wrestling for a long time and practicing all my moves. So when I'm out there, I don't really have to think anymore. A lot of it's muscle memory and just reaction.
Now, before a match, how do you get pumped to actually wrestle?
What I do is I clear my mind, you know, relax, and what I do is I go through the match in my mind, you know, what I want to do and how I think the guy's going to react. So when I walk on the mat, I already know I've won. You know, most guys, you know, like to listen to iPods. I don't really like that because last thing I need is a wrong song to come on and me thinking of Lady Gaga before my match. Yeah, I don't want that. So what I do is just relax, you know, focus, and just prepare to wrestle.
What do you plan to do after high school?
So far, I've gotten scholarship offers from Cal State Fullerton. I've been recruited by Cal State Bakersfield, University of Maryland, Harvard, Princeton, Columbia, and Brown. I've also been recruited by West Point, the University of Concordia, Nebraska. I've gotten calls from Stanford and Embry-Riddle universities. So far I have my options open and I have a lot of opportunities to go places.
What is your favorite in-match moment?
Well, sophomore year, I was wrestling at the 5 Counties tournament. I was wrestling a state champ from Nevada, and he was a senior, 18-year-old senior, going against sophomore. I was beating him so bad, he started crying during the match. And so it was kind of a personal victory for me, being only like 15, making like 18-year-old guy cry during his match and yelling at his coaches. I don't know, this feels great making another dude cry.
Thank you, Charles, for joining us today. And Hawks, remember, go watch one of Charles' matches. He is truly amazing. Here are your scores.
Boys soccer stomped the Villa Park Spartans, winning 4-0. Connor Cadd, Mustafa Islam, David Reardon, and Timmy Frederick all scored goals, and John Miranda had 4 saves. They play away at Canyon High School on Friday. Way to go, boys. Boys basketball took a tough loss against the Tustin Tillers, scoring 34-55. Parker Palazzo scored 14 points. They play away at Canyon High School on Friday. What the heck is a Tiller anyway? Girls water polo lost against the Villa Park Spartans with a score of 5-9. Courtney Folsom scored 2 goals and Jessica Simister had 6 saves. Come support our Lady Hawks on Friday against Troy High School.
Good luck, Charles, on your 4th varsity season.
Macy, it's raining! Extra announcements.
Men need a tuxedo? Well, go to Allen's Tuxedos and they'll be anyone's advertised price. Tickets for the upcoming dance on January 20th are $30 with ASB and $40 without. Tickets will not be sold at the door.
Winter formal dance dress code can be from semi-formal to formal. Full gowns and tuxedos are not necessary.
If you haven't registered for the Terry Conley Memorial Mile, it's not too late. Registrations will be accepted up until the event begins on January 30th at 10 a.m.
More than half of the Hawk Talk class will be there. If anyone brings more group members than us, we will give you a special shout out on an upcoming episode of the show. Try it, jerks!
If you're driving to the dance, it costs $10 to park, with no in-and-out privileges.
Thanks for tuning in to Hawk Talk this week. I'm Steve Warmbier.
And I'm Macy Wall. You stay dry, El Dorado.